Yeah, I want to credit the community first and foremost. You know, I got criticism a year or two ago, I forget what it was, when I challenged the community to take back its community, and somebody thought I was trying to instigate vigilante behavior, and that was not my intent. My intent was that I know from years, I go way back, going out to Waianae, back when I was a young football coach and Larry Guinoza was coaching Waianae, and we used to do all this stuff. I mean, I got oriented, and the kids we brought in from the West Side, and then all my years of living here, to know that, yeah, there's some tough situations, and there were violence out there, we had crimes and stuff, all of which is subsiding, but I know that that represented a very small minority, and that place out there, those places, Waianae, Nanakuli, Maili, full of great people, and so many Hawaiian families that will all embody everything that you would like to think about what it means to be Hawaiian. Really good, trying to raise all that good stuff, right? And that was the essence of where I was coming from, because, you know, the good should overcome bad. Okay, so we needed them, and they've shown that already. They're responding, but now we're helping too, and a lot of other people are helping. And so, yeah, they've cleaned it up, and now we're going to take the crime prevention with Weed and Seed. We know it's been successful. Steve Arms, the biggest undertaking of its kind. We've done really well in Waikiki with Safe and Sound. We've done really well with Weed and Seed in Chinatown. We've, you know, we've made a lot of arrests. We've had zero tolerance with the bad guys. Unfortunately, with the way the judiciary works, some of these characters reappear far too often. But we're trying to show respect to the rest of the public, because public safety is really big. Safety has been a big issue out there. This is our effort, in addition to the fact that we're going to invest about $4.5 million into a HONU program, specifically and only for the West Side. HONU allows us to do transitional housing where the police, if they pick up somebody, or if CORE picks up somebody on 24/7, can take them in there. I spoke the other day about, we have as many families as we, in our HONU outlets, that we do single men, which everybody thinks typically, and actually I used to think the same way, that among the chronic homeless was nothing full of a bunch of single guys who just lost their way through drug addiction or mentally ill or whatever. Yeah, some women, but mostly men. No, in our HONU, we have families, and not only that, in this past 2 years now, we've opened up 4 family shelters for families, you know, and in conjunction, that's why we bought Waikiki Vista, and we did the project with Family Promise. In Waipahu, we were out in Haula, and there's another one, you know, just so we're doing everything we can to reduce crime and help people who are economically in a hard way. There are other things going on out there as well, but this effort here now is, along with the help of the community, is precisely about that, and trying to make it a really good and safe place to live. And I'm really pleased to see the community response, and I'll be out there in a couple of weeks for some of the Christmas stuff, and that's also part of what I've seen over the last however many years, even since I've been in office especially. I've done walks out there with the community, and got to know the pastors out there. Like I said, there's a lot more good out there, and that's where I was coming from. Let's not let the bad overtake us, you know, and we need to help too, because, you know, that's what HB is about, is to protect and serve. So we got legal enforcement, law enforcement, this program working with the collaboration between the prosecutor's office and the chief of police, really important. Major Beckley out there, Gail Beckley, is tremendous. I said the other day in my comments, I could not have any more confidence in somebody, because she's from there, she loves it. And this is about, you know, making it right as it should be. And as we've seen now, we clean up all the stuff on the beaches. When you drive down, now, you know, looking at that, it's really such a beautiful place out there. It just, and it deserves to be protected. It deserves to be loved. It should not be spoiled, and we're not going to let that happen. I think we're at a point of no return. I think we went to a tipping point now, and we've seen it in Waimanalo. When we cleaned up it out there, the community has held that. They've held their ground. And we've had some incidents, people trying to come back in, but they've held their ground out there, and that's what I think is going to happen in Waianae and Nanakuli and Maui, and so I'm excited about that.